In this video, we're going to do an unboxing and honest review of the Pelonis 7100 BTU 150 volt portable air conditioner. Stay cool.
Hey guys, this is Josh and welcome to Oxman DIY. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more home improvement, DIY, and garage videos just like this. So in today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and honest review of the Pelonis 7100 BTU 300 square foot air conditioner. Alright, so I'm going to be using this portable air conditioner in my 3.5 car garage, which is over 800 square feet. This unit is only recommended up to 300 square feet, so this isn't compatible with this atmosphere. You want to use this in a room or a living room, something that's 300 square feet-ish. This is not compatible with my garage. I just want to take the hot bite out of my garage because today, currently, it's over 105 degrees outside, and right now it's like 85 degrees in here. So I'm hoping that this will at least bring the temperatures down to mid-70s. Am I ever going to see 60s or 70 degrees? I don't think so. And I'm not going to knock this on that because I'm using it in the wrong environment with the square footage. So I'm going to give this an honest review. We're going to unbox it. We're going to go over all the controls. And at the very end, we're going to give this a rating.
Alright, so we're going to be unboxing the Pelonis 7100 BTU 115 volt portable air conditioner. So this retails for about $300 after the 11% rebate. It's going to be about $250. This is, like I said, a 7100 BTU, covers 300 square feet, has a 2-year warranty. The maximum noise level is about 53 decibels, which isn't too bad. The fan speed has 2 fan speeds. This weighs about 50 pounds, which is a little bit heavy. Has all the adapters so you can have the exhaust vent going to the window where you can have foam installation so it can be nicely installed.
Alright, so here are the items you get in the box. You get these little plastic bolts, and then you're going to get the security window if you want to latch your windows shut. Here's the remote controller with supplied batteries. This is the registration card to register the air conditioner. Here is the owner's manual right here. It has everything you need inside. Here is some window insulation, some foam. If this is going to get wedged in between the window door and the window ledge. And then here are some spacers if you have like a really long window. Those are the spacers. Alright, so also included is going to be a smaller window spacer, and then you're going to have the window adapter with the exhaust port right here. You're going to get the flexible conduit exhaust pipe, and then you're going to get the adapter that goes on the back of the air conditioner. So you want to take this guy, and it slides on right here. Okay. Next, you want to take your flexible exhaust conduit pipe, and then this is going to go right on here. And then on the other end, it's going to go right here. It's going to go right here. And this is where the exhaust is going to go outside. So if you want to install the security bracket so that a burglar can't open up the window, and then you want to put that insulating foam or the window foam on either side and on top and bottom that was supplied, that's just going to insulate it so that you don't get any hot air leaking through. And then here is the plug. I have this going into a 20 amp outlet, and then you're going to get the drain hose. So the drain hose is going to be on the very bottom. You just want to take that drain plug off right there, and then use the supplied hose. If you have a drain somewhere where this can drain, it's perfect, but I'm using a bucket right here. So everything's going to be draining into this bucket, and I'm just going to have to empty the bucket every few hours. And then here is the actual system itself. Looks really good. This is where the cool air is going to be coming out. And then on the side vents right here, this is where air is going to be coming in. So, and then there's going to be a filtration system, which I'm going to show you right now. All right, so on the top and the bottom, there is going to be filters. You can take this out, and you want to make sure that this is nice and clean. No dust and dirt on here. Really easy to put this on. All right, so now we're going to go over the control panel functions from left to right. So this M right here with the two circles, that's going to be the mode. So you're either going to have fan, cool, dry, or auto. I currently have this on auto. Okay, and this down arrow and this up arrow is going to give you your temperature of what your desired temperature is going to be. We want 60 degrees. Will we ever get 60 degrees in here? No. Wishful thinking. All right, so this is your fan control right here. So when you're in auto, you cannot control the fan. So we're just going to go to cool. And then we can either do auto, low, or high. Keeping it on high. And then if you hold this down, it'll be continuous. So it doesn't matter whatever option you choose, it'll always be continuously running between high and low. And if you choose the auto, it's just going to automatically do it, whatever option you choose. And then here's the power button. All right, so next we're going to go over the controller. Obviously this yellow button right here is going to be the on and off button. Down here is going to be the mode button. So whenever you press this, you're going to see a little Wi-Fi signal that is communicating with the unit itself. So when you hit mode will go between auto, cool, dry, and fan. And then down here is the fan button. And on the fan button, you are going for the desired fan speed. Sleep, this will go into sleep mode. It saves energy during sleeping hours. Here's your temperature button, up and down for your desired temperature. Shortcut, right here. This activates your favorite presettings. And then, obviously, we went over the temperature. And then this is timer on. Sets timer for the unit on. And then the timer off. We'll take the timer off. LED is to activate, turns the display on and off if you're sensitive to the light during sleeping at night. And then your C sense is your comfort sense, temperature setting in the room and temperature display only. And if you leave the controller alone, it'll automatically go to the room temperature. So here's the setup in my garage. So I've got this right up on a bench, and then I've got the exhaust doing 290 degrees out the window right here for the exhaust. And I've had this off for like 5 minutes now because I'm just kind of showing you guys the unit. It's kind of loud. But I can feel the temperature already starting to rise in here with this off. But when this is on and it's like 105 degrees out, which is currently the temperature outside, this thing actually keeps it nice in here. I would say like 75 degrees is the coldest it got in here. I wouldn't say at noon or 1 o'clock it's definitely not going to be 75. It's probably going to be upper 70s, 78. But it keeps it pretty comfortable in here so I can work. But this is a decent setup. I just have to empty the bucket every couple hours, which I think this could last up to like 5 hours of continuous running without having to worry about the bucket. But I think this is a decent setup. Takes that hot bite out of the air and the humidity, and this actually keeps it pretty comfortable, so I'm not sweating profusely out here. All right, so I'm about 15 feet away from the air conditioner, and I can feel the cool air coming on over here. It's going over the car right here, and I can feel it hitting the back of my t-shirt and the back of my neck. And on the remote thermostat, it's 76 degrees, which that's pretty comfortable for me for the price of this air conditioner. And just to take that hot bite out of the air, to keep it decently cool in the mid-70s, I'm okay with that. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars for an expensive air conditioning unit that I'm only going to use a couple weeks out of the year because I'm in Wisconsin. For a lot of you southern folks, you know, maybe that's something you can live with, is mid-70s temperature range and not spending a ton of money, and you're on a budget. So far, I mean, this is pretty decent. I like it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this video with an honest review. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. If I were to nitpick about anything, I wasn't really too happy with the drainage hose. It's only 3 feet long, and it kind of kinks on a long 90-degree angle. I'm going to be upgrading that hose to something else so I can be able to route it better into that bucket. So if you have a drainage system or a drain that you have in your basement or in a room, I would just make sure you check out that hose. Other than that, it's user-friendly, it's energy efficient, and man, is it a cool air conditioner. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Think about subscribing to Oxman DIY. We have lots of home improvement, DIY, and garage videos just like this. If you guys have any comments or questions, comment down below. I'll answer them the best I can. We'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Josh with Oxman DIY.